Okay, so this is a video of how to put the Segway Xyber headlights on the LBX or Segway X260. Alright, so it's gonna be a clean install. You know what I'm saying? Everything's super clean. It's not gonna be messy, nothing like that. It's gonna be clean. All right. It's gonna look like that. That's when you turn it on, it looks like that. Got the switch on there. And it also goes with the tail light. See that? And then we got the Xyber tail lights going on right there. So they ain't on pretty good, looks good. Real bright, you can see from a distance. I think this is a real good upgrade right here. Have your bike looking like it's from the future. Right? Look at that, looks good. Yeah. Right. All right, so this is what you're gonna need to do all of that. You're gonna need, you can get these from the Segway store. Excuse that knocking, that's my daughter upstairs just jumping around. All right, so the items needed, you're gonna need the headlight assembly, tail light, headlight decoration cover, tail light cover, daytime running light. This is where you get it from. These are the prices, right? These as well, Amazon. You need the 2-pin Y-split extension cable. You need the 5-pin female, 2-pin male, and a 2-pin female. These are the prices, right? You're gonna need a razor blade or a wire cutter, electrical tape, zip ties, and a headlight switch. That's, you need a switch. So just in case you need to see it as a whole, that's the list right there. You freeze the frame if you want it, whatever. Okay, next. This is the layout of how to do it. You can freeze that. Let me see. Get a better picture. Right here, right? So you can freeze this so you can take a good look at everything, right? That's the layout, and I will explain it to you just now, right? Take a good look. All right, so now, let me explain this to you. So, you got two wires, right? The power and ground, right? And then on this bike, they don't stay consistent. Like, it changes. Black could be power, and black could also be ground, right? So I'll explain to you where and when they are. It gets like that. So first you need the switch connection, right? I mean the switch. That's where you're gonna connect it. You're gonna connect it to the OG headlight, the original headlight. You're gonna cut the original headlight so the wires are exposed, right? You're gonna get you're gonna strip it. You're gonna expose the negative and the positive. It's gonna be red and black. You're gonna bring them down, right? And then you're gonna cut in, after you cut and splice, you're gonna connect red, you're gonna connect the positives of the green, the 5-pin connector. It's gonna be like with the green tip. You're gonna connect the positives of those and the negatives of those, right? So on that side as well, on the 5-pin connector side, you're also gonna see 3 extra wires: the yellow, the blue, and the green. That's high, low, and daytime running lights, right? I got them all on, so I just fused them all together, and then I connected them to the power, the red, right? So that's one line right there. That's, you're connecting the red and all the other colors together to get all the lights going on the lamp, right? See, 5-pin female connector. It's coming down. Then you connect the black with black, the negatives, right? The ground. So boom, you snap it in. That's the 5-pin connector right there. That's the female side. On the lamp is gonna be the male side. So you snap it in. That right there, that's the headlight. That's to have all of them going on the switch, right? So you see that? They're all going on the switch. Right there. That's the line. That's just for the headlight. That's the line for the headlight right there. You see that? Boom. It's gonna be the green line, green tip line. You see it. Boom. So now, within that same contact zone where you splice it, you're also gonna splice a 2-pin Y-split extension cable. That's the red tip, right? You splice that in. The black and red. It's gonna be black and red. It's 2-pin, black and red. Splice that in. Y connection. One of the sides of the Y connection is gonna be a 2-pin female connector. That's gonna connect to the daytime running light, the X, right? So the 2-pin female connector is gonna come to the X, right? That's daytime running right there, just so you know. Boom. So the other side of the Y connector, you're gonna bring it down and then you're gonna cut it. You're gonna cut it and then you're gonna splice it into the tail light, the actual tail light, the one that you're buying. You're gonna splice that into the plug. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like this, right? And it's 3 pins, but it's only 2 in there. So it's like they trick you with that. It's 3 pins, but it's only 2 in there. So you cut it because it's a different size from an actual 3-pin, like a 3-pin female. If you see that, it's 2 different sizes. See, it doesn't fit at all. So you're gonna have to splice that, cut both ends off and splice that. That's right here. That's right here. Okay? So when you do that, you splice it, but at the time I had got a yellow female, so you don't need to get a female. This is gonna be part of the Y connection, so it's gonna be black and red. So then when you connect it to this, that's gonna be black and red, and this is gonna be black and, I put black and red. It's gonna be, it's also gonna be black and red. Okay, boom. So then that's you splice those right there, those 2. So now you have it all on the switch. You see that? That's a tail light that you just created, like a line that you just created. So the original tail light line, I'm gonna show you what you use that for. So you see that? You created that line. That's on the switch. So now you have a switch on a tail light, right? So now you're gonna need a daytime running light, right? So what you do is you take the original tail light, the line, that's gonna be black and green. The black is gonna be the power side. You see that? Black, power, green, ground. Black's gonna be the power side. So you take that down, and then you're gonna need a 2-pin connector. You're gonna need a 2-pin connector, a 2-pin female connector, sorry. A 2-pin female connector, that's gonna be that line coming over here that you're gonna splice into this right here. So when you splice that in, that's going to be your daytime running light. That's gonna stay on. So the same light that you had that was for the brake that used to stay on all the time, now that's gonna be your daytime running light, because you need two different sources going to the front to support the daytime and to support the headlights, right? So that's why you created this tail light over here. That's good. That's the new tail light that you just created, right? Boom. So that daytime running light comes down. See that? Boom. That's gonna be a 2-pin female connector. So now your actual the lamp, the daytime running light lamp, the X, that's gonna be a 2-pin male connector. When I got mine, it wasn't working. So I cut the wire and I spliced it, right? I spliced it into a 2-pin male connector that actually connected and it fit. So that's a 2-pin female connector and that's a 2-pin female connector. And I got this right here, that's a 2-pin male connector. So it can go to the one that has a switch on it, and it could go to the one that's always on, right? And that's the same thing that's on the bike. Let me show you. So you got the one that's always on right here, and then you got the one that's on the switch. No, this is the green headlight switch, and then this is the one that's on the switch. So if I connect this right here to this over here, the headlight, this is gonna turn off and on with the switch, right? That's what happens. So that's why I have 3 right here. You got one that turns off with the switch, one that stays on, and this is for the headlight, which is that right there. All right. So that's about it. If you have any questions, just comment. I'll answer all the questions. And yeah. If you need to know how to like cut the wires and how to you know, do all of that, I can do that as well. If you need to know how to actually put it on to the bike, like how these put this on, I'll do another video. You know, let me know in the comments. You want me to put another video up of how exactly I got this on, because it is stable. It's pretty stable. See, the whole bike's moving. It's pretty stable. It's on there. See, it's on there. It's not going nowhere. Whole bike's moving. Whole bike's moving. It's on there. See that? Oh, turn the switch on. Okay. See that? Now the switch is on. It's on there. See that? I'll show you how to do this too. All right.